What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. In this episode, we're going to be going over one of the biggest updates in the Cardano DeFi ecosystem, and that's the fact that MINSWAP, which was an upcoming decentralized exchange, is now a current decentralized exchange. And right now, there's an incredible opportunity to make some really amazing rewards from yield farming on their DEX. In this video, I'm going to be going over how exactly to do this, why you should do this, the different amounts of money you can make from doing this, and what I think is going to happen in the overall Cardano ecosystem as a result. But without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, guys, we have to know the difference between a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. A centralized exchange is going to be something like Coinbase, Binance, FTX, Crypto.com. You guys get the point. They are very big exchanges that are run by some sort of business or organization, and they are the ones that provide liquidity for the trades and basically facilitate all of the transactions from everyone involved. Decentralized exchanges are more focused on peer-to-peer and aren't run by some sort of entity. You have some sort of managing group, but the actual liquidity, the actual trades are being provided from a peer-to-peer basis. And the only way to make that happen is if peers like me and you provide our crypto as liquidity to facilitate the trades. For example, guys, when you go under their farm tab on their main application, you're going to be able to see all of these different pools that you can provide liquidity to. In order for someone on this decentralized exchange to, let's say, swap ADA or Cardano tokens for MIN tokens, which is MINSWAP's main token, right? There has to be liquidity. That's where we come in if we want to make farming rewards. So what we would do is we would put together an equal dollar value of ADA and an equal dollar value of MIN. We would combine that into one liquidity token, and then we would stake that liquidity token in this farm. As a result, or as a reward for us providing this liquidity on this decentralized exchange, they give us an APR. This APR in this situation would be 166% APR. So what would happen is I put $1,000 worth of ADA in, I put $1,000 worth of MIN in, I get that LP token, I now stake that token, and I'm going to be getting this reward. This reward is not paid to me in ADA, it's not paid to me in World Mobile Token, and it's not paid to me in LQ. It is going to be paid to me in this MIN token, which is the main token of this decentralized exchange. The other thing that you have to know about this, guys, is that the APR is going to fluctuate a lot depending on the amount of liquidity being added to that specific pool. So kind of the way it works is MINSWAP is going to set a set amount of tokens that each farm is going to make a month. So for example, this ADA MIN pool, maybe they said, hey, if you're farming in this, there is going to be 1 million MIN tokens spread out to everyone that is providing liquidity at the end of the month or throughout the month. So if you think about it, the more liquidity that is being added to a specific pool means that those MIN tokens, which are capped at, let's say, 1 million MIN tokens, are going to be spread out more just because there's more people providing liquidity. But if less people are providing liquidity, that means that that reward, those 1 million tokens, are going to be given out to fewer people because there aren't as many people providing liquidity. So how exactly do you get started in this and start making money? Well, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make sure that you have the same amount of both tokens. As I was saying earlier, you can't have, let's say, $100 worth of Cardano and then pair it with $40 worth of Dana. It doesn't work. You need to make sure that the dollar of value is equal. So in this situation, guys, if I wanted to farm with Dana and ADA, I could put in 3,000 here, and that is going to be about 1,175 Dana tokens. Now, you always want to make sure that you have Cardano left over. That Cardano is going to be used for gas fees or these transaction fees. So the moment you hit max and you get rid of all of your Cardano, you're screwed, and you're going to have to send Cardano from another wallet or from a centralized exchange because now you won't be able to cover any of the fees. So always make sure you don't hit max and you just do the amount that you want to do for the farm and not do the whole thing. Once you have an equal amount of tokens, or let's say you already had an equal amount of tokens, you're now going to want to go to this pool tab up here. Once you click on that, you're going to be able to hit add liquidity. This is where you can combine two different tokens in order to make those LP tokens, which are going to be staked in the farming pool. Now, Now, I personally want to do the Cardano and Meld pool because I like both Cardano and I like Meld, and I already have some just sitting in my wallet chilling, so I might as well make some money from it. So if you notice here, guys, if you just hit max, or if you click on your balance here, which I told everyone not to do because you need to make sure you have Cardano left over, it'll tell me that I can't do this transaction. The reason is because I don't have 6,000 ADA worth of Meld tokens, right? Like, it has to be the same dollar amount. In this situation, though, I know that I have more Cardano than I do Meld, and I want to farm with all my Meld. So I can simply hit my balance button over here, and it'll do the corresponding amount of Cardano that I need in order to make that liquidity token. Once you have the balances figured out, you literally just hit add liquidity. It is going to come up with your NAMI wallet. Remember, guys, you have to connect your NAMI wallet when you head onto this site, and then you're just going to put your password in, and then you're going to have to wait literally like half a day for this transaction to go through because Cardano is still pretty slow when it comes to this stuff. You should be able to see it in the orders tab, though. It should say queued in the beginning, and then it'll let you know when it's done as well. Yesterday, I actually already set some of this up. I did about $300 worth just so I wouldn't have to wait in this video and that I can show you guys. Once you get your liquidity token, which is going to show up in the orders tab. So over here, guys, it shows that, this is complete. This is the one I did yesterday. But regardless, once you have those LP tokens, you're then going to be able to find your corresponding pool. In this situation, the pool that I had gotten those LP tokens in is the ADA and Meld pool. Now all I have to do is I hit the stake button. I can say 100%. These are the amount of LP tokens I have. Don't get too crazy about the number. All I have to do is hit stake. I put my password in. Dun, dun, dun. And now once this transaction is through, I should be able to see my LP tokens in this staked column. So instead of 0, it'll show you that big number. Every single day now, guys, I'm going to be able to go on here literally every minute, every hour, however, much time I want to wait. I'm going to be able to go on here and I'm going to be able to see how many min tokens that I've earned. I then can harvest those min tokens, which there's going to be a harvest button. And now those tokens are going to go into my wallet. And that is my fee or my compensation in a sense for providing liquidity to this pool. Now, let's say you want to get your money out of this, pool and you want your Cardano and you want your Meld again. All you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hit withdraw. You're going to get those LP tokens back, and then you're going to have to go back to this pool tab. You're going to have to hit your liquidity. And as you see here, guys, this is showing my liquidity because it hasn't been added into that pool yet. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to hit remove. Once you hit remove on this, you're going to get your Meld tokens back and you're going to get your Cardano tokens back. Literally the same amount of tokens. And then at that point in time, you can go back to trade. Maybe you sell your Meld tokens. Maybe you buy more Cardano. Maybe those min tokens that you got as a reward, you just sell right away and you capitalize on that. Or what you can do is all these rewards that you get from this farm, all those min rewards, maybe you're bullish on this protocol, maybe you're bullish on this farm in the future, and you just hold those tokens. And now all of a sudden, instead of making 115% APR, maybe all of a sudden those tokens double or triple. And then in actuality, your APR was a lot higher. So it's really, really cool. I love farming. Like I said, I've done a lot of farming. I was actually one of the first people that got into farming. Like when it had come out on Ethereum, I was farming within like a month of it coming out, and I had to self-teach myself everything, and it was a pain, and there wasn't all this information out there. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a video on this and show you guys how to do it because this is a no-brainer. If you're someone like me and you have multiple coins on the Cardano ecosystem, you need to go on MINSWAP now and you need to start farming. It's literally a no-brainer. Why are you just letting your money sit in your wallet and not work for you when you can get these tokens and not even have to hold these min tokens? Like a lot of times when there's a decentralized exchange, a lot of the farms or a lot of the pools require you to have those min tokens. And sometimes that's risky because there can be a lot of inflation and all these people are getting min tokens from their rewards and they start dumping those tokens and it's this whole thing. In this situation, though, we can literally farm with tokens that aren't min tokens. You can farm with Cardano and Meld. You can farm with Cardano and LQ. Like, you can farm with tokens that you like that have nothing to do with min and just make that crazy APR. And if you're not bullish on min, you can always sell those min tokens. But I'm actually slightly bullish on min since this is the first decentralized exchange on the Cardano ecosystem that actually gives you these good rewards, unlike SundaySwap. Now, there's only one negative that you guys have to know about when it comes to yield farming, and that's impermanent loss. because you're combining two coins into one LP token, if those two tokens, like let's say Cardano and MELD, go in different directions when it comes to price, then you can take a small hit or sometimes a larger hit called impermanent loss. So it's important to be in pairs that usually go well together and go in the same direction. In this case, it's actually pretty awesome that we're in this Cardano ecosystem because for the majority of the time, the coins go in unison. So for example, I'm on TradingView right now, and this chart down here is the price of Cardano, and up here is the price of World Mobile Token. And what you'll realize, guys, is that they actually track each other pretty well, and this is pretty standard on a lot of different blockchains. However, you have to realize that if all of a sudden World Mobile Token goes on an absolute run and Cardano hasn't moved, or let's say Cardano goes down a lot in price and World Mobile Token goes up a lot in price, that you can take a hit called this impermanent loss. And impermanent loss is right here, guys. So if there is a 25% price change between the two pairs when you first put them together, you're going to have a 0.6% loss. If there is a 2 times price change, you are going to have a 5.7% loss. And if there is a 5 times price change, you're going to get upwards of a 25.5% loss when you take out those LP tokens and convert them back into their main tokens. Impermanent loss might sound really scary, but to be honest with you guys, I have been farming for a long time now, and I've never been in a situation where the impermanent loss outweighed the rewards I got from the farms. If you're doing crazy combos on these different decentralized exchanges, the risk goes up a lot. Like let's say you're doing Ethereum and Bitcoin. I have no idea. Let's just say you did some sort of crazy pair. In this situation though, we are doing all things inside the Cardano ecosystem. So for the most part, these coins are going to move with Cardano. If Cardano goes up a lot, then the rest of the ecosystem goes up a lot. If Cardano goes down a lot, then the rest of the ecosystem goes down a lot. So most of the time, you're not going to experience this impermanent loss. The only time this could really happen in my mind with this specific situation is let's say you got into MELD and then all of a sudden the utility came out with MELD and MELD just had a 5x out of nowhere and Cardano didn't move as much in price. In that situation, you would have that impermanent loss, but it's very unlikely, and what's more likely is just getting these APR gains. Overall, guys, MINSWAP is very awesome as far as helping out the Cardano ecosystem, and I think a lot more money is going to start flowing into DeFi in Cardano. To be able to get these rewards for holding these tokens that I was already holding is absolutely insane. And if you see here, guys, I'm already starting to get these token rewards that I'm going to be able to harvest every day. I'm going to, in the future, make some videos about the different strategies when it comes to these different decentralized exchanges. Because to be honest with you guys, a lot of the money I made in crypto has been with decentralized exchanges. Like honestly, Phantom and Spirit Swap and Spooky Swap alone has made me more money in crypto than literally anything else that I've done in crypto. Like it's pretty insane. There are different strategies you can use, and when all these new different decentralized exchanges come out in the nearby future with Cardano, there is some serious money-making opportunities, and I'll make a video about that stuff and cover it for you guys. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely check this out. If you have any questions, make sure to put that in the comments. And yeah, I hope everyone here has an awesome day.